Welcome back to the series of presentation. Today in the module 3, we will learn the topic elevators, escalators and ramps in building. So elevator, that means lift. The escalators you see in shopping malls and the ramps are the inclined provisions for transportation. So all these facilities are there for the transportation in the vertical direction. We will see in detail the different types and uses of these individual elements. So let's get into the elevators first. The elevator or lift is an appliance designed to transport persons or materials between two or more levels in a vertical or substantially vertical direction by means of a guided car or platform. That means in a lift where you are entering, that cabin is called as the car, okay? And it will be purely vertical or almost vertical. The elevators are generally used in buildings having more than three stories. They are either electric traction elevators or hydraulic elevators. The electrical traction elevators are exclusively used for very tall buildings because hydraulic elevators won't work there efficiently. The various types of lift it include the passenger lift, the hospital lift, goods lift, service lift, and fireman's lift. The important considerations for the lift systems are like which system has to be chosen depends on the number of floors to be served, the distance between the individual floors, and the population of the each floor. The number of persons has to be traveled within a single travel, and also the maximum peak demand because morning time and evening time it may be high. So all those factors affects the selection of the lift system. So this shows a picture of the lift. There are different types of lift based on the use and the working principle. The first one is the hydraulic elevator. So you can see the figure also parallelly. A hydraulic elevator is power driven by a piston that moves within the cylinder. So is the movement happening by the power driven the piston that moves within the cylinder. The piston movement can be done by pumping hydraulic oil to the cylinder. The piston lifts the lift cap easily, and the oil is used to control the movement of the lift. It's all about the hydraulic elevator, which works in a piston arrangement by the use of uh, varying the quantity of or varying the flow of hydraulic oil to the cylinder. Next one we have the pneumatic elevator. So it is designed with an SGN cylinder, and this cylinder is crystal clear. It's very clear cylinder, and it supports the cylinder. This cylinder includes modular sections to fit effortlessly into one by one. The next one is the traction elevator. So it is a combination of steel cables as well as the hoisting rods. So the traction elevator or cable driven elevators are the most popular elevators. It consists of steel cables as well as hoisting ropes that run above the pulley which is connected to the motor. This is geared, otherwise it is called as the gearless traction type elevator. So the lift company consisting of steel cables and hoisting ropes are called as the traction elevator. Then these types of lift include the capsule lift. It is it brought some aesthetic beauty to the lift by the decoration of a building because they improve the building beauty as well as carries life into it. They're used only in very prestigious and important buildings. Next is the passenger lift. This type of lift has entirely included a lift car that moves vertically in a specially equipped lift shaft. The passengers are traveled between the floors in the building at very quick speed. A quick recap: the hydraulic elevator, which works on the principle of piston arrangement with the flow of hydraulic pump, and you have the pneumatic elevator, a crystal clear one, and the traction elevator, which consisting of steel ropes and the cables, the capsule lift for aesthetic purposes, and the passenger is very common one. And you don't study in detail, but you ought to know some basic terminologies of lift. When it's an elevator car, I told this is a lift, and this is called as a elevator car. And the elevator car is that part of the elevator that includes the platform, enclosure, car frame, and door. So this is the elevator car. And then another thing you notice is the machine room. So the topmost portion will be reserved for the machine room. It is usually located at the top of the shaft and accommodates the winding machine. And the machine beam will be there to support the machine room. Then pit is the lowermost portion, the part of the elevator shaft that extends from the threshold level of the lowest landing floor. So the suppose this is the lowest level of the lift. This region is called as a pit, and you have some shaft for the facilitate the movement of the lift, and also the counterweight or balance weight for the weighting for balancing the weight of the car. So we just learned different types of the lift or elevator or lift, and we just learned the different terminologies in the lift. So the next one is the elevator, sorry, escalator, which you see in the malls. So the escalators are power driven, inclined, and continuous stairway used for raising or lowering the passengers. These are used to move larger number of people from floor to floor of buildings. The escalators are installed at commercial centers, shopping malls, airports, railway stations, and in other public buildings where heavy people movement is expected. These days have continuous operation without the need of operators. So this continuously moving as you experience in the shopping malls. The escalators with electronic sensors are also available, which operates automatically only when people approach. So it saves the energy when you move near to the escalator to start working. So you save energy. The escalators have that capacity with low power consumption, and escalators are generally installed in pair, that means to go up and go down. The arrangement of escalators in each story can either be parallel, like this, parallel, and then it can be crisscross. The crisscross is more compact and reduces the walking distance. We don't want to share in detail, but you just want to know the basic elements of this escalator. You have the top machine room at here, and you have the other truss parts. That means the base skeleton for this uh, escalators, and you have the balustrade, that means the production and holding places for these escalators, and you have the steps which are covering the topmost portion of the elevators, the escalators. So this includes the important parts of escalator. The next one is a ramp. A ramp is basically inclined uh, construction, like the similar to the steps, but it is always having a flat surface, so it will be easy for moving of vehicles or any other, even in the wheelchair. So the ramps are slopely surface that can be used to provide an easy connection from floor to floor, especially when large number of people or vehicles are moving from time to time. So that's how there is no requirement of energy. It's a structure which is built, and you don't want to apply or provide some extra energy source for its working. The ramps are adapted for buildings like stadiums, railroads, hospitals, museums, etc. It can be curved, zigzag, U-shaped, or spiraled, and it should be a non-slip surface. The ramps are generally given by a slope of 15%. So these are the different ramps. Uh, One ramp 2, ramp 3. This you observe in public buildings as well as in the basement floors for the big malls, car parking, the way to the car park. That the huge escalators lift on both sides. Thank you.